Hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. So we have must be a Democrat because the dog, this is Charles Van Morgan, must be a Democrat dog because the dog is threatening to bite me if I deliver a leaflet to their house. So, but actually I support the Democrat people here in the city of Knoxville. For the most part, y'all are really good people. Y'all are good people. We just, in some views, not many, we have a little different way of looking at how to get to the same place, the prosperity of people in the city of Knoxville, you and people in the city of Knoxville, the benefit of you all. So I'm not anti-Democrat, but this is a Democrat dog, or maybe it's a Republican dog, because I get treated that way by some of the self-proclaimed Republicans that are not really Republicans, they're rhinos. Maybe it's a Republican dog, because it will bite me if I try to pass out information, and that's okay because it's on their property. But when they come out on your property and try to bite you when you're doing things legally, then that's where the problem comes up, and that's what they do. So sometimes dogs are better than some people. I'm just saying, you know, I like some animals better than some people. I love people, but some of them are not very good people. So I'm running for Knoxville City Council to represent you all. I'm out here passing out leaflets. Let me put this down out here and show you what I'm doing. Putting them on people's doors. It is a well-established tactic. I'm going to give my strategies away, but it's really too late for the other candidates to pick up this popular strategy. It's leaflet drops. They do it in war. It's a non-violent way to win votes. Hold on. Hello, this is Charles Van Morgan. I'm running to represent you in the Knoxville City Council, as opposed to the other candidates that are getting a lot of donation money and getting a lot of people that are helping them that don't even live in the area, trying to buy influence in an area for their own purposes that they don't even live in. So I left you a leaflet on the door. Charles Van Morgan, early voting's open now. I sure would appreciate your vote and letting other people know. May God bless you, I pray. So that is the truth of what I'm saying to most people, with a little different variation. You know, a lot of people, I'm running for city council, a lot of people don't want to hear no political speech, even though it's true. They just want you to talk to them. I'm Charles Van Morgan, running for city council. I'm out here meeting my neighbors, and God bless y'all, some really sweet people, and y'all are really fun to meet. So I'm going to leave a leaflet at this. I just seen this lady walk to the back of her house, but I won't bother her. I'll just leave a leaflet on their door, and so she'll know that I was here. If she comes around, I'll talk to her. But here we go. So yeah, see if I got, okay, I got a few people on board. So yeah, Charles Van Morgan, running for city council. Excuse me while I do my leaflet drop. It is a popular military strategy, as I mentioned, that is used in war. Leaflet drops, they drop them out everywhere by the thousands and thousands in enemy territory, not trying to hurt anybody, but before they have to use bullets, and I'm not going to use bullets, but before they have to use bullets, they try to win hearts and minds and spread their message of love and kindness, or whatever their message is. They have different ones to try to win people over. A lot of times so they won't have to go to war, they won't have to kill them. And a lot of times to try to win them over to stop the conflict, like right now in Ukraine. Ukraine, from what I understand, passing out leaflets to try to get Russian soldiers to defect to Ukraine, promising them that they will, straighten this out, promising them that they will treat them fairly and feed them if they give up and turn themselves into Ukrainian soldiers. And it's working pretty well, evidently. It's hard to tell in a war. There's a lot of deception going on. And they use leaflets to say, turn yourself in, Russian soldiers, and we'll be kind to you. We'll feed you and we'll treat you good. Just put your, and they tell them how to surrender. So this is a popular tactic, and there's other messages. Some messages designed in war are designed to make people angry and humiliate and intimidate them. So this message I'm delivering right here is a message designed to help people. Power to the people. So it's a movement that is been going on for about 5 years now. And I didn't see that. Too late now, I didn't put it there. Designed to let people know that they don't have to cooperate with a rogue government that does not represent them, that they can fight it at the polls. And it's been going on about 5 years now. I've been out knocking on doors, give or take a year, but people are trying to say, a reporter, he gave me a little bit of credit, saying that I didn't win many votes before when I ran for office, but I did win a lot of votes. And got my sign down here. Those people, I don't know, they told me they were putting my sign out and must have got scared and removed it. But that's the way some people do. But I am out knocking on doors, and it's hard for me to find places I haven't knocked on, haven't dropped leaflets, but I did get a lot of votes, and I don't feel humiliated by not winning the race that I won before, because I was going up against very crooked, powerful people, and I got the message all across the state. And what I did do in the previous race, and right now, I don't want to get sidetracked, but I'm running Charles Van Morgan. I'm running for city council to represent you in Knoxville. But what I did do before, when I ran for statewide race, is I got votes in every single county in the state of Tennessee, with the exception of one that I went too early. So this leaflet drops, door knocking worked. I wouldn't have got any votes, hardly. And I got votes in every single county except for one, and that's because I went there early. So this leaflet drops works really well. And it's very powerful. As I said, it's a military, nonviolent military tactic that is very effective and can help win elections. And it got me votes in every county. And the reason I don't feel humiliated about not winning the race, I certainly tried. I got the message out to hundreds and literally thousands of people, and a message that is for you, the people, against the corruption, against the governor that calls himself a Christian. That is, you know, he wears a dress in high school. He says that people are conflating it. They weren't conflating anything. You wore a dress, mister, and you claim to be a Christian, and you know that's not a joke. And you're not a very good person, and you just promoted a woman that is stealing valor, and you knew it because I told you. And you don't care because you don't care about the safety and protection of Tennesseans. You think the Republican Party, that you're not a real Republican, will protect you, and they haven't so far. But we're not done yet. And so let me see how many people I got in here. So we're not done yet. And we are knocking on doors. And the Republican Party is not really Republican in Tennessee. I mean, you have the mayor, and this is where it ties in. You have the mayor in Knoxville hobnobbing with Governor Bill Lee. They got a picture of them on the Gay Street Bridge. Imagine that. You know, the one that's closed down now because of both of them. And she's a Democrat, and he's a Republican, and they're friends. And you say, well, there's nothing wrong with that, but there is when it's not about the people, the Democrat and Republican people. What it is about is, it is about the power elite, because there's not really a party. The party is, both of you all are in one party, and Mr. Haslam is not really a Republican, and he's a Democrat. And the mayor standing right beside him just shows how credible these people are. They don't care about you. They care about each other, the billionaires. So that's a Democrat with a billionaire. Yeah, okay. Makes no sense to me. So yeah, it is, they're both the same party. It's the party elite party that keeps on putting people in power that are part of their rich, billionaire, powerful status. And they keep that going, and they're friends. And even the governor has been, he is the one that actually took my job away from me. And he spoke out against Mr. Donald J. Trump, the head in the Republican Party, right before he got elected in the 2016 election. Even though millions and millions of Republican people all across the United States of America and in Tennessee voted for Donald J. Trump to be the Republican nominee, Mr. Has-Been, Crooked Line Has-Been, said you shouldn't vote for him because he's not honest. And Mr. Haslam is a Republican. He got put in office by the Republican Party. So is he really a Republican? No, he's not a Republican. He's just getting your vote. Free riding. You're getting the Republicans' vote and free riding off Republican people. And I'm here to call him out. He's a dirtbag. His administration caused the traffic fatality rate to skyrocket. And he's trash. He's got money, but he's trash. While he was in office, he raised your taxes. You know, you stand right beside the mayor on the Gay Street Bridge. That's now closed down. Mayor India Kincannon, you know, they're friends. While he was in office, he raised your taxes. Remember the gas tax that he put on, said it was for fixing roads. And he ended his tax because he ended the inheritance tax. So he used government service to do a really good job serving himself instead of you, the public. So he's a dirty liar. And he also raised the fatality rate, where more people get killed on the highways. So here's a gentleman. Let me see if he wants a leaflet. Hello, sir. I'm running for city council to represent you. Can I give you a leaflet about the campaign?
I'm good. I'm from out of town.
All right. God bless you, I pray. Yeah, pretty dogs you got there. So he raised your taxes, and you can look it up. I mean, It's the truth. He raised your taxes. He called it the Safety Road Protection Act. No, it was. It was how to get money out of the public so I can get more billions. And then he ended his inheritance tax, where his children get more of his money that he exploited out of you in order to get more money, fill his own pockets. He's so greedy. He's such a glutton with money. He's not even good for his own self. And that's what he did when he was in office. And he's standing right there with India Kincaid, and he could probably give her a few tips, and he probably does. A Democrat and Republican. So is there really a Democrat and Republican? Not really. They're just powerful people that use the parties to lift themselves up and step on you. Step on your neck where you can't get up. And that's what they're trying to do to me. But we're not your average bear, are we? We're a little bit smarter than that. And he is promoted a lady that raised the fatality rate that lied on me. And both of them are friends. So that's what they try to do to Tennesseans. So don't vote for these party elites. Either party, both of them are out here running. And I vote more conservative than I do liberal. But even if you're liberal, I have a lot of your views because I have a Master of Arts in sociology from the University of Tennessee. So I understand the plight of the poor and that the government should do its fair share in helping Tennesseans that literally can't help themselves, and there are some. And also we need to work with faith-based agencies to assist people in these charities and promote this. So my point is, I'm not running with a party. I'm literally running against the corrupt elite people in power that aren't on your side, aren't trying to help you, trying to help each other. And they've closed down the Gay Street Bridge. They're closing down roads. The homeless problem, they've talked about that for years. I had somebody tell me today that you're trying to fill Tommy Smith's shoes. You got some big shoes to fill. Well, no, I don't. Tommy Smith, did he have a doctor of jurisprudence? Did he have relevant education? Did he have a Master of Arts in criminology? When he campaigned to protect the establishment. He literally said that there's people that have been working on this homeless issue for years. That was back 4 years ago, or over 4 years ago. They've been working on this homeless problem for years, and be careful about criticizing them, paraphrasing, that they were working on it, knew what they were doing, and they had helped that problem, backing up the establishment. And look, he's been in there 4 years. The homeless problem's got worse. But, so our situation around your houses, you can get raped, robbed, murdered, and stuff stolen from you. That situation's got worse that he said that they were working on. But he backed up the establishment that he claimed was working on it. And these are the big shoes I got to fill. The problem's worse. But he sure did good for himself, didn't he? I mean, he backed up the establishment, and what do you know? He got promoted. Not only did he get a city council position, he's vice mayor over this catastrophe. I don't have big shoes to fill. I could be half not good at all. I'm not going to use foul language today. I could be, barely do any kind of job and do better than what he's done. It's gotten worse under him. So, but that's what you listen to. So I would have a better chance, I would lose, and my conscience won't let me, to run and say the establishment is great, these great people. I wouldn't get kicked out of meetings where I was promised that I could say my political speech that is the most protected under the Constitution. People invite me, and then when I tell them what I'm not hiding, that people in government power are crooked, they're thieves, they're liars. I mean, look at it in the news, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on. In fact, the people that are being hung out probably are the least of the evil. maybe somebody in office is worried about what they're going to do to them, so they hang them out. I mean, you never know. But I do know a few things, that I am running against these people in power, fighting them for you. Taking a lot of abuse for it. But it's okay for now. I'm not going to say how long I'm going to be around. Help me get in office, and I'll continue to fight for you, smartly and intelligently cooperating with them the best I can, and getting your will in the city council. So I've been out here every day using this military nonviolent tactic, sending this message out. It works statewide. I got votes in every single county except for one, and I did real well running for the first time. The only people that were independents that beat me were people that had ran before, so they already had a base. And also people beat me, and this is kind of alarming, so it lets me know it don't bother me any. People that had hate groups backing them here in Knoxville, literally, let me see who this is. Hold on just a second. Literally got more votes than me. A card-carrying member of the Black Lives Matter exploitation hate group got a lot more votes, and more votes than any independent candidate in Knoxville. So, and I knocked on more doors than she ever did. So these lazy people going out abusing people. She's got a criminal record now because she actually did what the government said she did, and assaulted a hardworking server at a restaurant. She got more votes than I did, because these parties and these hate groups, they prop up people that are rogue and lie to you and spend a lot of your money and get more votes for people that are thugs. So I'm not upset that I didn't get more votes than I did. I ran a good, clean, honest race. And another group didn't get more votes than me in Knoxville because the gentleman wasn't, well, he's not a gentleman, he wasn't from Knoxville. But he had a sign up that said, "Make America White Again." And he ran for governor the same time that I was running. And he got more votes in the state of Tennessee than I did. Working hard. I guarantee he didn't work hard. He was lifted up by a hate group. And so, what do you say about that? I'm not part of any hate group. I'm part of a group that and there's a lot of us out here, that loves the Lord Jesus Christ and has faith in Him. And from His very word, it says, "For God so loved the world." He loves everybody. If they turn from their wicked ways, He even loves them people in hate groups. And they got more votes than me, and I worked hard, so I'm not at all deterred, because people in hate groups, even though I outworked them, got more votes than me. The fact that I got the number of votes that I got running the first time, just based on hard work and dedication and talking to people, speaks volumes. It takes time to get a message out when you don't exploit people to get a lot of money. And we're building that. Been building it for 5 years. Maybe this is the tipping point in this election. Charles Van Morgan for city council. I hope so. If you will vote and go down to the polls and get people fired up and drive them down there, the city county building and Meridian Baptist Church. It might be open a little earlier, but I'm pretty sure it's open by 10 o'clock tomorrow. And you can go down there. Let's get this movement going. Get your will in public office and beat these Democrat people that ain't really Democrats, and beat these Republican people that ain't really Republicans, that are barking dogs and trying to scare us off. And let's don't let them do it. Let's get back your office, your seat at the city council. Stop some of this madness that's going on. Do something, even a little, and I'll do a lot. We will work on the homeless issue and end more homelessness and help more people stop the drug abuse than any candidate in the history of Knoxville. We'll do something about it. Instead of talking and upholding a system that does nothing except for keep themselves in power. And then they're real good at that. They're real effective. You know, if they would spend just a little bit of time on solving the problems that Knoxville has, instead of lying to you and keeping themselves in power, it'd be a lot better, a whole lot better Knoxville. We wouldn't have the Gay Street Bridge closed down. We wouldn't have the homelessness. And I will work on opening the Gay Street Bridge up for vehicular traffic also. I'll work on opening up some of these roads that they've closed down and made bicycle trails, and there's no bicycle there. And you can't turn right because they got up barriers, slowing down and hurting the economy. I will help improve the economy by taking measures that open up the roads, that gets milk to stores, that will boom the economy in the city of Knoxville. What do you got to lose? I mean, is it working good for you right now? Can you afford to eat? Are the roads getting smaller? And these people talking about urban wilderness, and I love those too, but those aren't a top priority. The top priority is that you get to work on time, that you have roads to drive, and then you're not endangered, raped, and murdered by drug-addicted homeless people camping out in your backyard, which is going to get worse. It's going to get just like worse than California if we don't put a stop to it. And talking about it and bragging about how great the people in power are is not going to solve that problem, and that's all we've done. So give me a shot at turning this around. I set a goal to get educated. I'm the best educated in the candidate list, and I can be the best city council, and we'll go from there. That's just the start. And so go to the polls and put us in office. And don't let these barking dogs scare you. They're both Republican and Democrat elites. I love both people in both parties, people here on the street. So put us in the city council. So put us in the city council, and I'll let you go for now. May God bless all of y'all. And remember, the last thing I always say is God loves you, and I do too. Thank you all very much. And have a great evening, and go to the polls.